In this week's episode of the show, I speak to Cobain Jones. Cobain Jones is a 20-year-old singer-songwriter who's making waves in the Manchester music scene. Championed by Clint, Boon and Tom Hingley, and with an EP produced by James Skelly of The Coral. I'm expecting big things from this boy. He spoke about his music, his future plans, and how he copes with the music scene alongside his Aspergers. Once again, I'll post links to Cobain in the show notes. Thanks again. Cobain Jones, man, thank you very much for coming on the podcast.
Oh, it's no problem.
Just to start off with, if you want to just tell us where you grew up and how you came to get into music and things like that, just fire away with whatever you want.
So I come from a little town in Greater Manchester called Stalybridge, and I've grown up in a village called Carbrook my entire life on the same estate. And I basically got into music when I was like 15, like listening to it, but I didn't really play it, or if you get what I mean, like get into like guitar music properly until I was about 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
So like all my life it's surrounded me, music, but then as I got older, I started to understand why and how and the impact of music and how it could change people's lives.
Your mum and dad, are they big music fans themselves?
Yeah, they're massive music fans. Like the eclectic taste they have is quite something else. You know what I mean? It's extraordinary. Like I'm called Cobain after Kurt Cobain, so that's a good start. Like I've got a sister called Frusciante after John Frusciante out of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Right.
And it just carries on that like musical like love. And there's always been a guitar in the house, but we're not like musical prodigies in the house. It's just something that you just mess around on and play a few like chords here and there. But like music, it's always been blaring in the house, and I've always grew up with stuff like Manic Street Preachers, the Manchester scene, Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's mental. Yeah.
Which obviously, if you're listening to your music, you can hear the Manchester sound in your music, along with a kind of like 60s sound as well. I mean, you can tell there's kind of an eclectic taste for what you've been listening to and what's influenced you.
Of course, yeah.
Obviously, I read in another interview that you get Aspergers.
Yeah, Aspergers, a form of autism.
Which it's like a kind of big deal to me, I've got a boy, 13-year-old, who's got high functioning autism.
Yeah.
So, obviously, he gets obsessive about things. He likes cars and trains.
Yeah.
So that's all his conversation is to do with that. So
yeah.
Is that maybe is music a focus for your Asperger's?
I'd say so. It's mad, isn't it? It's just how the brain works when you have Asperger's. Yeah. It's very strange. Like I have obsessions all the time, like music, obviously, but like the Beatles, as you can see, that is a product of Asperger's.
Yeah.
My Beatles wall, like swarms across my entire room. Like I've got an obsession with darts. I like playing darts. I like watching it. I follow the sport. Man United football. I've just got an obsession with it. I've always loved football. It's something that I wish I could do, but I can't because I'm not good enough. But music, I'd say, but it was never really my first obsession. I'd say like when I was a kid, it were more like films, like little adverts, jingles, and all like little things that made me click. I never had a certain thing. Harry Potter was probably one of my first true obsessions. I used to dress up as Harry Potter all the time, and glasses. I used to always be obsessed with glasses, wearing them and stuff. But my parents used to buy me like cheap glasses and pop the lenses out, so I could go to school in glasses. But obviously, they taught me that you could be mocked for being yourself.
Yeah.
In a weird way, like if I were just, it was very strange when I was a kid because I was just into so much mad stuff. But now I've grown out of it in the best way possible. But I'm so fortunate to have Aspergers because it's such an amazing ability to have. I think.
Did you struggle with bullying or anything like that?
Yeah, 100%. Like that is the worst con of Asperger's, I think. Apart from the sensory overload, I'd say 100% would be the bullying, because we're in 2021 and it still happens now. Like, not me being bullied as per se, but bullying as a whole. It's like you get picked on from kids who are like 7 or 8, and it's a very strange thing. It's not like what it like in the 80s when it was like, oh, this new condition, he's a weirdo because he's got it. It's still that today, because the parents have instilled in them that kid's a weirdo, don't go near him because he's autistic or whatever, which it should not be the case, because there's so many people influential who are autistic and who've made it because of the condition. And we're not weird people. We are a little bit. It just happens. That's who we are. That's how our brains wired. But we're geniuses at the end of the day.
Yeah,
how it's like instilled like knowledge. It's very like, I still remember I could do a flag quiz like today and get 100%.
Yeah,
it's like it's such an amazing ability to have. It's never a disability in my opinion.
No.
Unless obviously you got low functioning and it's very severe, but like Asperger's, I believe it's such an ability to use and such a great tool.
Yeah. The one thing that I would say that disappoints me about my son is, see, to try and I would love him to be obsessed with the Beatles, but he's obsessed with Eurovision. And it's like he knows every Eurovision song. He can tell you.
Wow. Yeah.
Like it means nothing to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's so much music you could listen to, and he listens to Eurovision, but I hooked on it.
But so he's 13.
Yeah.
It comes, I think.
Yeah.
I think the music stuff like the Beatles, I got into when I was 15, 16. So music, it'll come to him, because I wasn't music head until I was 15, 16, until I was like in the last stage of the puberty, going through high school. So it'll come to him and he'll be like, oh, I'm into Paul McCartney, I'm into Lennon, Harrison.
Oh, I would love it, man. I'd love it.
It'll happen. I think there's some, it switches in your head, like stuff changes, and it's brilliant, I think.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So obviously, I take it your parents then helped you with gigging and things, live gigs.
Yeah, 100%.
Very supportive of you.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be where I am if it weren't for them. I just for the pure support and like, excuse me, and like it's just amazing, because obviously I don't have a car. I didn't drive when I started doing gigs. I still don't now. I can't afford it. But they took me every gig. They were always side stage, watching me, supporting me, helping me pack away, helping me set up. We've got that support team, and we are a team, and we work together to solve problems. Like, if I was bad on one song, we go through that and we tackle those little bits. If I come downstairs with a demo and my parents don't like it, they go, we don't like it, and we're dead honest. We're open with each other.
Yeah,
there's nothing mollycoddling about it. It's just like, if there's something not right, it's not good enough. And I prefer that. I think obviously it hurts, because obviously I'm autistic, so sensitivity is a massive thing. But then I have to get over that in a lot of ways, because if I want to make it in music, I have to take those criticisms and run with them, basically. So I feel my parents are a massive aura in my career, and they've definitely gave me that step up to like kick me up the arse and do what I'm doing now.
Yeah, it's just kind of setting you in the right direction, isn't it? It's 100%. That's excellent. So, gigging wise, I take it you were just doing gigs in your local area and about. Manchester.
Yeah.
And then you played Kendall Collin when you were 18.
Yeah,
So was that kind of the step up, really?
It's the story of dreams. I think I still can't comprehend it today. It's still a thing. Like with friends, it's like, we get it. You've played Kendall Collin, ooh, like, but really, people who were in that position would be like, what has just happened? So I was gigging in Stalybridge, and no, it was before I gigged, actually. I released a demo track list, and it's still on Spotify.
Yeah.
I asked Tim Burgess to listen to it on Twitter, and he got back to me about 12 hours later.
Right.
Asking me to play Kendall. So it was such a massive explosion.
Yeah.
Of just complete what WTF, you know what I mean? It was so I couldn't believe it. I never gigged in my life. I don't have a set list. The only song I wrote at this point is that song. So I'm like, I'm not doing Wonderwall in my set. I'm not doing, you know what I mean? I'm not doing cheesy numbers in my set. So I was like, I got to get to work writing, and I got to sort myself out, basically. So then I started gigging in the March. The tune released in November 2018. Started gigging in the March. And then I got ready for Kendall, gig by gig by gig. By that time, I played Band on the Wall in Manchester, where Joy Division has played. I've played a couple of little pubs and clubs in Manchester, and then got to Kendall, backstage with Tim Burgess, one of the maddest moments of my life, because I'm a Charlatans fan.
Yeah.
Got a Charlatans jumper. And it was brilliant. I'd say that moment, stepping on that stage, it was pissing it down. The crowd was there, all packed, and it was so it was amazing. It was a nice feeling because everyone was supportive, clapping, cheering, and I thought there'd be no people in that tent or in that little cabin, but they were, and it was such an amazing experience.
How did you find that with your kind of the sensory aspect of it? How did you find that?
It doesn't bother me. It's more when people are speaking. I think with sensory, it's if a motorbike drives really fast past me and all that. You know what I mean? It's the little things. But when, let's say, I'm in a room, someone asks me to get something, and then someone goes, "Oh, can you get me good? Can you get me? It's like my head just goes,
right,
and I can't handle it. I still can't. I'm 20-year-old. I'm an adult. And I still can't. I don't freak out. I don't have tantrums or anything. You can tell I can't hack it. You can tell it affects me, but I don't let it. I don't let it out. I don't let it out. Yeah, it's not visible at all. But gigging. It's like I'm not autistic. It's a very strange thing. It's like I've been set free from this.
Yeah, kind of you see that with so many things. Trying to think of a better example, but Gareth Gates with his stutter, but then
Tourette's, Tourette's for example,
that. And it's just kind of it's like a distraction in it. It kind of takes you away to a different world.
Definitely, because people with Tourette's, they played. There was a kid on a program a couple of years ago. He played the drums, and he didn't tick once when he was playing the drums, and it was so mesmerizing to watch, and I was so mind blown because it's like, here's a kid who ticks every day. He's probably getting bullied because of his condition, and he's playing the drums, something he loves, and it's like he's not got that condition, and it's such a mad psychological barrier to get past.
Yeah,
and he's actually done that, and it's praise him, really. Hats off to him.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So after the reason how I came to find out about you actually was I do another podcast about the View, the band The View, and I had on it Ryan Jarvis and Drew Palmer, and I was speaking to them. I'd asked them who they were listening to, and it was Drew. Mentioned your name. He said you were absolutely smashing it, and that was a couple of months ago. I had no plans in getting you on that podcast because it was to do with The View, but after starting this podcast, I happened to be speaking to your manager about Jamie Pollock, and I didn't realise it was the same manager. So I says, well,
Yeah,
I says, while you're there, I says, who else have you got? And they mentioned you.
yeah,
And I was like, aye, I'll take Cobain as well. So, I mean, that it was down to like Ryan and Drew that I kind of came to know you, and I've been listening to you before that. So on Spotify, which leads me to your EP. I take it the songs that you're releasing are going to form the EP. Is
yes,
that
definitely.
correct? So
Yeah,
we've got Hooked, Wonder, and She Plays.
yeah,
So yeah, so talk us through that, because the production, it's really good, man. It sounds
yeah.
really polished.
Yes, that's James Skelly for you.
Yeah.
He's a genius. Like to, I'm gonna like answer like the last thing you said, like with Drew and Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Like I supported Ryan in October 2019.
Right.
And Drew's his bass player, and the both sound lads. Because I
Mm-hmm.
remember Drew was on toured with Kyle.
Yeah.
It's mad like how time just completely goes so fast, because I remember that day. But yeah, they're both sound lads. But James Skelly, what a legend! Like he took them tunes to a different level, like how they sound, how he polished them. Him and Chris Taylor at Par Street.
Mm-hmm.
It was just such a good dream team, and made the tunes come to life. And I was so like mind blown, because I've never been in a studio before. So
Yeah.
when I heard my songs through a desk, through speakers, and I was just like, this is real. This is actually like, I've worked for this to get to this point. I've listened to the Blossoms. I've listened to these legendary bands who've recorded at Par Street, and it's like,
Yeah.
why am I here? Why does a 19-year-old, 20-year-old from a council estate have any right to be in such a studio? But then you look at it in a perspective, like, you've grafted your ass for this. You've actually gone out there and truly made something of yourself at such a young age. You deserve this. You need to like keep this in your locker for the rest of your life, because it'll be
Yeah.
something you'll remember.
Yeah. But because, well, I mean, when you look at that and you say like the Blossoms and the Coral and bands like that, I mean, they came for the same upbringing as yourself.
Yeah.
So I think it's natural to kind of have a bit of, I don't know if you would call it like imposter syndrome. It's because it's something that if you've never done it, you do think, oh, maybe I shouldn't be here. But no,
Yeah.
I mean, what James has done, obviously I'm saying what he's done. I hadn't heard the demos or anything, but the sound on those three songs is really, really good, really professional.
Yeah.
You must be mega proud of it.
Oh yeah. I like the demos. Listening to them back, I don't like them. Like, from my perspective, I'm proud of what I made. I'm proud of what I got out of those.
Mm-hmm.
But now listening to those tunes, I just can't see the quality difference is ridiculous, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm proud of making them in my bedroom, but then like my vocals weren't as great, like the drums weren't as brilliantly like mixed or whatever. But that's like picky fine details. But like, I'm so happy with what I've achieved in this short space of time, and whatever happens next year, this year, COVID depending, who knows when this is ever going to end. Hopefully we're all going to be out there having a good time and just basking in the new live music scene that's been apparent for the past 9 months.
Yeah, I think it has been mega apparent, hasn't it?
Definitely.
Everything that I listen to is just bands, guys with guitars and things like that. It's just there's so much stuff ready to go once this all kind of finishes. What sort of, have you been listening to anything that you could recommend for anybody?
I'd say Andrew Cushing comes to my mind, really, like the first
Spoke
person.
about all the time.
Definitely, because he's he's smashing it, obviously with the Noel Gallagher stuff, but I knew him before. I knew of his music before he was produced by Noel, and how he's getting about. Like, he's going on the same journey as me in a weird way, but he's a lot further ahead. But his journey's quite similar to mine. He's come from nothing. He's doing what he wants to do. He's gone out with an acoustic, and then now he's got a band. It's such a mad paradox. Someone's Geordie, he's Geordie, I'm Manc, but we're from the same type of setting.
Yeah.
And I think that's important for the industry at the moment, because obviously you had your Oasis in the 90s, and then in the 2000s you had like the Coral.
Yeah.
But now obviously the 2010s, 2020s, you need people like me and Andrew Cushing, who have come from nothing, who have worked our asses off to get to where we've got. And I feel that's so important, because obviously I don't want to go on a rant like, it's owned, like it's middle class nepotism, blah, blah, blah,
No,
because that's not me, and I don't believe, and I'm not an entitled person, and I'm not one of those who are like, but I just feel that raw talent that comes from areas like where we come from has to be looked at it with a lot more respect, and a lot more, like, it's not even no politics involved. We just need to be looked at a lot more, because there's a lot more talent that comes from these parts than you think, really, than in a city, like inner city posh areas. So that's definitely why Andrew Cushing's like up there at the moment.
Yeah, that's great, right? You need to be representing, as you say.
Definitely.
So you touched on that. Actually, Andrew's got putting a band together. So what about yourself? Have you any plans for that, for getting a band?
Yeah, I've already got one. It's in the works. We're waiting to tour. We're waiting to get out there and do gigs, as everyone is. But we've recorded This Feeling Big in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
We've done that, which I can't wait for the vinyl, because it's in a nice bright yellow. I can't wait to get that. Dead Curious George, man in the yellow hat. But yeah, I'm just so excited to go out there and just play with a band, because it's always been, Cobain with the acoustic, he's great with the acoustic, but imagine him with a band, how great it'd be. A lot of time to rehearse and to hone our craft and to get a lot better.
Yeah. So with the band, how do you see that going with like writing and stuff like that? Would it still be predominantly you? Would it still be Cobain Jones with a band, or would it be all of you together?
It's just me.
Yeah,
it's just me. It's just they're a backing band.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be in the studio. I'd be the songwriter. If I need the drummer to come in the studio, if I need the bass player, the guitarist to come in the studio, I will let them come. But as a creative process, as an actual sitting in my room writing a song, putting it together, it's me. Which I like, because my condition, I like the control, and it's great. Yeah. It's fine. But it's something that I like to keep, because after I write these songs, these are my tunes. You know what I mean? I'm very. Why should I give it up so soon? Because I've not had a band, so I've got these songs that are like good for an album. Or so I just feel them songs are brilliant. But yeah, the backing band, I've known the guitarist since I went to college. The drummer lives near me, and the bass player, they were in a band together at one point. So we gel really well, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out.
Yeah. That's good, man. That's really good. So, just obviously the podcast is called Time for Heroes.
Yeah.
So, the last bit is kind of, you need to pick 4 heroes to come to a dinner party. They can be dead or alive. It's up to you what walks of life they come to, or whatever. So just let us know who you would bring to the dinner party, and at the end as well, you need to tell us what you're cooking them. So
that's hard because it depends. I say the same answers a lot, because if I was going to cook something, it's like, will I invite Morrissey? I know I can't have a beef dinner. You know what I mean? So it's difficult. So what I'd say, dead or alive, I'd go James Dean Bradfield out the Manic Street Preachers, 100%. John Lennon, it's obvious. Could be well.
Yeah.
I'd say Ian Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Obviously, whatever's gone on Twitter, I'm not fussed. It doesn't affect me. I'm not one of those who are like, I love Ian Brown, but he needs to chill out. I just don't have an opinion on it, because I just don't have an opinion on it.
Well, I think as well with that, as kind of we're all going a bit mental during this kind of. So
it's normal. When COVID's over, it'll that will be brushed under the carpet. The what he said, as my opinion might be outrageous what he said, but then you've got to look at it as like we're all feeling it, and we're all like under some sort of like it's crazy. It's just crazy times. It's just never happened before. So my fourth person I'd bring, who would I take to a dinner party? I'd have to say George Harrison, because he's my favourite Beatle. Right. I think, so George Harrison, John Lennon, James Dean, Bradfield, and Ian Brown.
Cool. I think that would be some night with you for.
Yeah.
I think you'll get some carry on.
It's hard to think what I'd cook him, because Ian Brown's a vegan. So I'd probably do like a curry, like a vegan style, like Indian Thai curry type thing. Could be Thai green curry. That probably like a vegan style.
That probably suit George as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think he were vegetarian. I think John was actually as well.
Yeah,
I think he was vegetarian at the end of his life. I'm not too sure, because I didn't know him, but like, but yeah. So I'd probably cater to any of their needs. So I probably would do like a Thai green curry, but obviously vegan.
Yeah, I think I'll need to get off the musical guest, because I think everybody that I have on to do with music will pick John Lennon, because I would pick John Lennon.
100%.
Jamie that was on before, he had John Lennon. That's what I meant to say in the last one. John Lennon was like my hero, and I always say to people, because I'm like double the age of you, I worked it out that I was on the planet for 100 days with John Lennon before he died.
Wow.
So like I always say to folk, that was like the best 100 days of my life.
Yeah. Forget everything else. Forget child born. I was 100 days with John Lennon.
Yeah. So I reckon that would be a right good party with A4.
I could say that with George Harrison. I think I could say I were alive with George Harrison, like, because he died in 2001, I think. So I was born in 2001. So I think we were about 8 months. Right. So that was probably a good time to be.
That's you'll be away doing that tonight, checking out exactly how many days it was.
Feel like 225 or something ridiculous.
I'm actually surprised you never had any footballers, any Man United players.
I'd say because it were music related, but like if I was to have footballers, who would I have a footballer? I'd have King Eric Cantona. Mm-hmm. I would probably have dead or alive. It's hard because United's so like rich, full of Beckham, probably. I'm not going to say all number 7s, by the way. So I'll go Beckham, Cantona, George Best, because I've always had like an adoration for George Best. And who else would I go for? I'll say Ollie. I'd say Solskjaer.
Right. So that's you're in 2 dinner parties. You're in one with the musicians and one with the footballers.
Just Ian Brown would be buzzing because he's a United fan. So
yeah. Well, just actually before we go, just see on the artwork for your singles, because like just looking at the artwork, I thought you were a United fan just with all the red artwork.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that's what that was a nod to, but just as well touching back on Ryan Jarvis, because a lot of his artwork's the same, the white and the white and red.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was anything like the same artist that had done that or anything like that.
No, it was my sister. She did all the artwork. Me and my parents come up with the idea, but she like put it onto digital.
Right.
The funny thing is, I never wanted football to become a part of my music. I still don't. Like, if I'm supporting someone at a decent sized venue, I won't play in a United shirt.
No.
Or something like that. I wouldn't make it like, because when Oasis got big, they made their stuff like City, like we're City fans, we're Main Road, all this, which is completely fine. I don't have any qualms against that because Bonehead were a United fan.
Yeah,
but football, I'd never put it as like, I'd never want to push my United fanness on people because at the moment, probably if I'm massive.
Yeah, I think we'll end it there, man. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Time for Heroes podcast. If you would like to get in touch about anything, you can contact me on Instagram at Time for Heroes podcast or on Twitter at Time for Heroes P1, or you can drop me an email at timeforheroespod@gmail.com. You can find the podcast in all the usual places: Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, and many more. Please leave a review wherever you can and share it with others, but more importantly, enjoy the show.
Hoping for my own dreams to fade. It's all I ever asked for me and you to stay. I woke up on my own floor today. It's never even questioned. The fool flies again. When you come, it feels like thunder, and then you pull me under. A given chance is all it takes, and I will come in different shapes. A simple thing, a true word spoke, a laugh untouched, till we both joke. This will come if you stay. Sky is through the sun.